What is up, guys and gals? Before we get into today's episode, I want to give you guys all the information that you need to enter the 500 subscriber giveaway. If you guys have already seen this spiel, feel free to skip ahead to the actual video. And thank you either way for your support. The giveaway is going to run from June 29th at 12 p.m. EST up until July 13th at midnight. So after July 13th, you cannot enter anymore. On July 14th at 12:01, I'm going to be selecting the winner. To enter the giveaway, all you guys have to do is leave a comment on a video between the time period, so between June 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern up until July 13th at midnight. If you comment on any video that was released between that period of time, you will automatically be entered to win. The last video to have been released within that window of time where the contest is running will have its description updated with the winner. That winner will then need to send us an email, which will also be in the description, and will tell us which item they would like. That person has a week to contact us. After a week, unfortunately, the time has expired and you can't receive your prize anymore. Once the winner does email me, I'm going to email them a code. They are going to update their comment that won them the prize with that code word so that I can see it, and because they are the only person who has access to that account. That is how I'm going to verify if the person is actually the winner. At the point at which that is done and the comment has been updated, I'll mail the item out and that person will receive their prize. This giveaway is being solely sponsored by me. There is no affiliation with YouTube or any third parties. At any part of this process, the prizes, the distribution, any of it, I am paying for the entire thing, top to bottom, no one else involved. The data collected for the winner will not be used for any other means besides to contact them and to send them their prize. I'm not going to sell their data or anything like that. Here is a list of things that you can win. A Sagitaur, Sister of Battle Warsuits, a unit of Allarus Custodians, Tau Battlesuits, a Redemptor Dreadnought, a Corvus Blackstar, 8-bound, Rubric Marines, Wraith Guard, Sword Brethren, Killicans, Wraiths, Dreadknights, Achilles Ridge Runners, Incubi, Death Company, Accursed Cultists, Chaos Knight War Dogs, Imperial Knight Armigers, a Soul Grinder, a Rogal Dorn, Thunderwolves, and a Haruspex. They're on screen. Now let's get to the video. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. You're watching Theory Hammer. I'm KevBot, and today we're going to be taking a look at this very, very exciting Sisters of Battle, Adepta Sororitas, Nuns with Guns, army today. So, I've been really excited about this. The new Codex just came out. I finally got these guys back from at the end of 9th edition. And I have finally gotten a chance to really get a Codex in 10th edition and maybe put something on the table here. So I decided that, I went through the Codex, and the Bringers of Flame are just the detachment for me. I love the Salamanders, and so the Salamander Sisters sound like what is up. So I'm going to go over my list for you guys today. So if you like that kind of content, thunderhammer the like button, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, smash Nurgle's bell icon with some object, and then check out our other videos. We got all kinds of videos, all the videos. And then we also have a giveaway happening, so if you guys want to be entered into the giveaway, comment on this video or the next 4 videos up until July 14th. Anytime after that, so like on July 14th, you can't enter anymore. But any of the videos, including this one, that come out between now and then, you comment on it, you're entered to win. So I'm gonna randomly select someone, and you're gonna get one of the prizes there. So you get to pick, and that's what happens. So we smashed 500 subs. So really, really excited about that. We're probably on track to 1,000. At some point here soon, so very exciting. And then I do want to give a shout out to our team, The Giggle Room. I fucking hate our team name, guys. We need to change it. I was not involved in its naming. It's stupid. I hate it. But anyway, 2 of our 4 players at ACO went top 16, baby. One was 5th and one was, I want to say, 13th. So Corey White played with his awesome Thousand Suns list, and I believe he got best Thousand Suns player, in fact. And then we had Justin Adams. I believe he was the one that came in 13th. So 2 players at top 16 for ACO. And then I also, of course, need to give a shout out to Derek from the 40k Dirtbags, because Derek and I are friends, and that's how this works. So let's go over the list, guys. This is the Bringers of Flame, and this is what I'm rocking with. And I'll kind of explain why I took what I took and all the relics and all that kind of stuff. Starting up with the Triumph of St. Catherine. I think that's what she's called. The Triumph is all she's known as. This thing, if you guys don't know, is just a powerhouse unit that is an auto take. Even at 190 points, this entire army lost like 400 points, so you can imagine how much more stuff was in here. It was outrageous. It was completely outrageous, but we got the Triumph, and the Triumph is really, really nice because she's a linchpin of your army. She gives you an automatic miracle dice of a 6 on your turn every turn, and then she has 2 abilities that she picks, which if you guys are into Sisters, or if you've seen any of the reviews out there, or if you've seen my review, it's linked in the description, then you know that this thing has 2 auras, one of which is +2 move characteristic, +1 advance, +1 charge. Nuts. And then its other one is, +1 AP on your combat, 6 up, feel no pain, reroll battle shock test. You got a bunch of other options there. So, but the extra miracle dice is the other one. That's the other thing she does. She allows things within 6 inches to do 2 acts of faith. So all these things with multi-meltas and melta-guns can do 2 acts of faith. And we do have a couple of stand-ins here. I hope you guys don't mind. But, sometimes you just don't have painted models and you really want to make a video about your Sisters of Battle army and you proxy stuff. So first thing here, this Repentia squad is actually a Novitiate squad. Novitiate squads are extremely good because they are infiltrators and they're 10-man units. Well, 10-woman units in this case. But that's able to string out a large amount of the board and just totally prevent things from scouting or putting their own infiltrators nearby, which is super good for early game advantages. They also have a banner in that unit. I think I should probably differentiate that model, huh? But that banner, if the unit's on an objective in the midboard at the start of the game, they can generate you some miracle dice on a 4-up, and every single sister squad except for the stuff back there and the Seraphim have that same thing. So there's 3 sister squads or 4 sister squads that have a banner like that. So that's one of my proxies, and I'll just kind of point them out as we go along here. But then we also have Vol, and we have her unit with the multi-meltas and the grenade launchers. This unit fucks, dude. It is crazy. It will one-shot literally whatever. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. This will kill it in one shot, and if it doesn't, it'll charge, and Vol will kill it in combat with a rerollable dev wound weapon with 8 attacks. So, this is a crazy unit, and I absolutely love it. Just everything about it is really good. Yeah, you guys will find out. Now, this detachment, the Bringers of the Flame, the reason why some of these units are good and why I want to explain why they're good is because the detachment allows me to do cool things. Specifically, it gives me Armor of Contempt, and it also gives me Dev Wound Flamers, and it also gives me the ability to hop out of a transport, get +1 to wound if I do it, or if you shoot my transport, I can hop out and shoot back at you. There's a couple of other strats in there, I just don't remember them off the top of my head. But yeah, getting Armor of Contempt on suits, really, really strong, especially near the Triumph, who can give you 2 acts of faith. So now, if you're lucky, you're on a 3-up save, or if you need to be on your invuln, that's still a 4-up, and now you can auto-pass 2 of them, and just keep this unit really, really tanky and keep it alive. So the unit with Vol, reroll all hits wounds, +1 strength because of the detachment rule, because we are playing salamanders, like I said. We're +1 strength within 12 inches, and we gain assault on our ranged weapons. So these strength 10 multi-meltas are +1 to hit, +1 to wound against monsters and vehicles. Full rerolls to hit, full rerolls to wound, and then they have the missile there, and they have grenades. So this unit will literally walk up to an Imperial Knight with armor or rotate ion shields, and it'll just kill it anyway because of miracle dice on the damage from the multi-meltas, plus the grenades, plus her shooting, plus the other grenade strat. So hilarious unit there. We then have the 10 Seraphim, and they are not equipped with the melta-guns. They are equipped with the flamers, because of course they're equipped with the flamers. They become strength 5. Why? I'm not complaining, it's just stupid. So strength 5, there's 8 flamers in the unit among 4 different models, and then the Canoness, who is, of course, being proxied, because I own everything else in this army, except for the Canoness that only comes in the $400 box now. It's not that much, but we're not paying the money for the Canoness. We're not paying $200 for the Canoness. So we're proxying the Canoness. The Canoness also has a hand flamer, and then she has the relic for, it's like Fire and Fury or something like that. She gives all the torrent weapons +1 shot, so it's 9d6 +9 shots, strength 5, coming out of this unit. It's pretty silly. because they can rapid ingress, they can move 12 inches plus an assault, Miracle Dice can move them faster, +2 to their move if they need to. Like, there's a lot of options here. It's very Eldar-y, and they can do a lot of Eldar-y things here. So this unit will pop out, flame the shit out of you with a dev wound strat that's free because of the cannoness that's in the unit. And yeah, they'll do like 8 mortal wounds to something and then pop back behind a wall, which is pretty annoying. So that's what that unit is for. And then we have this unit. This is one of my favorite units in this entire army because this Palatine has the Righteous Fury relic, and she can snort a Miracle Dice already to become mortal wounds if she wounds you. Then she can snort up to 3 more Miracle Dice to give her +1 strength, +1 attack. Strength 7, AP2, 2 damage with 7 attacks. Any hits or any wounds that she gets are a mortal wound in addition. Access to 2 Acts of Faith for automatic wounds. And if you're hitting some infantry and she's not going after like an Imperial Knight or something, she's going to be wounding on 3s most likely. She's got lethal hits. She's going to be like wounding with at least 4 of these wounds, like before anything. And like I guess 3. And she just does 3 mortal wounds in addition to the damage that she's going to do, and that's like at the very minimum. She is with a unit that has an Imagifier. The Imagifier now gives the unit a 2-up save and a 4-up invulnerable save. Well, what's good with a 2-up save and a 4-up invuln? Armor of Contempt. So we have access to that in this detachment. So this unit smacks in combat, and they're all equipped the same. This sister squad has a multi-melta, a flamer, and a hand flamer, and of course the banner. And then the unit that is with the Triumph, same deal. They're just split in half, and I guess I should probably get to that, which I will just do now. They have an Immolator that's splitting their unit in half. These guys hop in the Immolator. They have to start in the Immolator, but then I have a unit of Retributors back here that then hop in the Immolator, and these guys kind of go to my backfield, because you do need something in your backfield, like physically there. That way people can't just deep strike back there. So yeah, they got sticky objectives, but I want that banner on there just to have that backfield so I can generate a 4-up, a chance to get more Miracle Dice from them. And so these guys kind of switch places in the Immolator, and the Retributors just kind of do their thing. While we're on the Retributors, we do have 2 squads of them, and this is something I need you guys to leave me some feedback on in the comments. I'm really not sure, considering that I've got Vol here, I've got this with Dev Wounds, I've got Multi-Meltas here that have access to double Miracle Dice, and then I already have this second unit, which I'm keeping. Do I really need this squad of Retributors? I don't know. I can also start them in this Rhino if I need to, and not worry about what's going on here, but it's kind of nice to have that whole thing I just described. But yeah, should I drop them? Because I also have another unit that we're going to talk about next that I'm not sure if I should drop yet. So we got 2 units of Retributors, full multi-melta, just full send, just delete things. Because of Cull the Horde getting changed with the Pariah Nexus Tournament Champion updates, taking small units isn't a thing, and so you're gonna see people not really running hordes anymore because of that. That's gonna be something people are gonna try to avoid. So I don't really care about having lots and lots of flamers here. I already have enough flamers. Each unit has 2 flamers. Yeah, I think I've got it covered in the killing infantry department. So I don't know if I need this unit, but they all have multi-meltas full send, and then we have some more proxies here. We have Agatha Dolan and Thurga, whatever the fuck it's called. It's a priest and it's like a canoness, basically. So they're in a unit of Retributors that have multi-meltas, because the multi-meltas in their unit gain dev wounds. And when you have access to Acts of Faith, those 2 things stack very, very nicely, don't they? Yes, they do. So we got them in a unit, and they are in a Rhino there. And like I said, we can put this unit in the Rhino if we really, really want to. The last thing that we got is 10 Dominions, because they can scout. They're the same number of points as a sister squad. They get a lot more special weapons. I can take 4 special weapons plus a banner, and well, plus the pistol on the sergeant as well. So it's a nice little unit to have with a Rhino that can scout up. It's kind of annoying because they have a reactive move. They have access to double Miracle Dice potentially if they're near this, which may not happen, but otherwise, this unit is kind of nice to have, I think, because it can get up to objectives early, and it can sit there with the Rhino, kind of bait people over there, and then I can follow up with something else, you know, maybe something like this that pops in and out of cover to go after whatever you know, came after the bait there. That's the Bringers of Flame army list. Now, I'm not sure if I need these Dominions. I'm not sure if I like them. I like the idea of them. It's like 190 points for this squad, but 190 plus the 125 here, it's gonna save me over 300 points if I were to drop both those units. And I'm not sure what I would add. Maybe more Seraphim, because I don't want to take much more combat. I do have combat a little bit. I've got some good combat here. The Triumph is not bad in combat. These guys slap pretty hard in combat as well. So, and then these just had flamers that are awesome, but I don't know if I want more combat stuff. I can't justify paying 90 points for 5 Repentia. I can't justify paying 90 points for 5 Seraphim, whatever the hell they're called. I can't do it. I can't justify those points. I'd rather take 10-man units, especially of Zephyrim, because they can snort a single miracle dice then and gain both lethals and sustained. I'd rather also charge in with a 10-man unit just because it's more efficient to do it that way, and they're better for stratagems, of course. So I'm just not sure what I would want to take if I were to drop these things out. It's 180 points for a unit of 10 of the Zephyrim, so it's just a lot. Like, that's a direct swap for this, and then that's kind of an awkward thing if they're still out. If I drop them out, like, what do I take for 125 points? I can't take 2 units of these guys, which I would like more of them, because I like being able to jump out of cover, and I like being able to deep strike and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just not sure what else to add in here. I think I need to play some games with the list to really get a good gauge on how it works, but I really like it so far. I think it has the potential to do a lot, and I think it gives me a lot of options because the units are all kind of selected for specific roles. This unit infiltrates up and just is annoying. This unit will scout up kind of somewhere, you know, one side or the other and try to take a point early. These girls are going to rapid ingress and then they're going to flame you the next turn. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. And these are going to hide with the Triumph and most likely around these girls somewhere in probably the mid board or perhaps closer to a side or two, but not too far removed from the center of the board. That way they can go any direction because the movement buff she gives you is insane. You already have assault on all your ranged weapons. If I don't even use a miracle dice and I roll the minimum, they're moving 10, they're moving 12 inches, going from 8 to 12. That's 50% faster at minimum. And I have access to miracle dice, so I can just move this unit 17 inches and get lines of sight from where I need to be. So they're used as like a follow-up unit to some other things that are in the army, such as the transport that have retributors, or the immolator that has that 5 units of sisters that want to get onto an objective and try to take it away. And so these follow-up units, mainly this, and the Triumph, and the Palatine, and then these guys jumping in and out of cover are usually, well, what I expect to clean things up. So let me know what you guys think of this army list. I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to thunderhammer that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out our other videos, hit Nurgle's bell icon, and remember, if you guys want to enter the giveaway, you're going to want to leave a comment on this video or any video up until the 14th of July. And with that, my fellow theorists, my Warhammer friends, I'm going to go to church because I need Jesus, because this is an insane army. Bye-bye.